Tailwind goes down, wins a speed tie, Precipice Blades. Like that, and maybe if you do Sucker Punch with Kangaskhan, maybe we take that as an indication he doesn't have Sucker Punch.
I mean, to be fair, I didn't run Sucker Punch or Protect yesterday on my Kangaskhan. So.
I ended up not doing it either, but I think that, and that's kind of the metagame. But yeah, so there is hidden information to take out of that third turn.
We don't know what moves it has, but we probably know some moves it doesn't.
Yeah.
Unless he has one of those moves, and he decided that he wasn't going to win this game regardless, and he wants to keep it secret for next game.
Do you think, though, that a Sucker Punch plus Precipice Blades from Conan's side would KO Rapha's Kyogre?
With Sucker Punch, it could have survived a Water Spout.
That's also true.
I mean, it was also relying on the Precipice Blades miss.
Which happened.
But when it did happen, it does feel like the right play.
Well, even without the Precipice Blades miss, if he Sucker Punches, Kyogre gets damaged, is that enough to take it out with remaining Precipice Blades from Conan's Groudon?
Yes.
Oh wait, sorry. We're being ridiculous here. Conan's Groudon is special.
I bet it still has Precipice Blades.
So that also goes away explaining the futility of that last turn, and maybe why these plays that we're describing did not end up panning out. So now we see Game 3.
I'm just going to say that whatever Conan needed to win was going to happen, because you have to go for it.
So we see Rapha lead with Salamence Thundurus to Conan's Salamence Xerneas.
Yeah. So going back to the strategy that didn't quite work out, but at the same time, this is more a prediction on how Conan will adjust, rather than saying, you know what, I liked what I did in Game 1. I think it should have worked.
Yeah.
I mean, Thundurus is in a great spot here. Like, it's probably a simple switch into a Moongus in the near future.
I mean, Conan can potentially bring in Groudon. He doesn't really want to. That's going to give Groudon a lot of damage. Rapha switching Salamence out, which I liked.
I feel like it's very rare. I feel like it's rare that you switch out turn 1 into Xerneas and feel like you're making the right play. This might just be one of those cases.
We will see what Thundurus does. That's really going to be the big part of this game.
Xerneas could have just said, I'm just going to Moonblast, and knocking out Salamence for free was my contribution to the game.
Yeah. On top of that, I don't think Conan's team's the one to take advantage of this, but if you bring your Salamence back on the very first turn,
you get another Intimidate.
Yeah, you get another Intimidate later, and Intimidate is a valuable ability in this format. So we see Thundurus Thunderwave that Salamence, not the Xerneas, and Xerneas goes straight for a Dazzling Gleam, probably watching out for that taunt.
Yeah, probably. Just as I mentioned earlier, he just said maybe Xerneas' contribution is just getting the one crucial knockout, and then you have the Salamence, they don't. You outspeed everything. Seems pretty good.
Yeah, and I think we also saw there from that turn, Rapha's Groudon pretty bulky. You know, didn't get anywhere close to 50% from that Hyper Voice. Xerneas was enough to push it past that 50%, but only just.
It might be able to survive one more Hyper Voice.
I think it will.
The question is it going to only take the Hyper Voice?
I'm sorry?
Would it only take the Hyper Voice? Like, is there a turn where he doesn't get doubled into? Like, Conan could just go for Hyper Voice and Dazzling Gleam again.
Yeah, but Salamence is now paralyzed. So.
Well, like, he doesn't want. I don't think he wants Kyogre paralyzed at this point. But so he might be expecting to switch out. Ooh, and Groudon switches out. Which means the Xerneas hasn't switched out. The Thundurus hasn't switched out. Salamence could switch out. And do you think this?
Yeah, Rapha was just banging his head there.
I think this is the situation we described, where he's expecting Conan to respect the Thunder Wave and make a switch to Groudon. And he's probably going to HP Water, and that just didn't happen.
Instead, Moonblast launched on the Thundurus almost takes it out.
And the special attack drop too.
Oh, so it won't even get good damage here. Well, I mean, it'll get damage, but not
much.
Oh, that's sad.
Salamence
is paralyzed though.
So
and Conan lashing back in frustration. Just
Conan has just not been respecting Thunder Wave these games. But I think if you Thunder Wave Xerneas here and Ice Beam the Salamence, you can stall up the double protect, and then you don't really lose anything from this turn no matter what. Like, your Thundurus will still be alive. The worst that can happen is that Amoonguss switches in, takes an Ice Beam, doesn't like that, and then Xerneas protects, and then you have to switch out while they're using Rage Powder. But then they still need to take the turn to Geomancy.
I mean, this is Rapha's clearly at an advantage in this game because of Thundurus. I think the big concern he has right now is making sure that Thundurus doesn't go down without doing one more job. So I like the Ice Beam play because it means that Salamence cannot just stay in. But what happens with Thundurus? Does he go for the Thunder Wave on Xerneas? I kind of like that.
Yeah, but
we'll see what he does.
Conan hasn't been respecting the Thundurus at all this game, and it's been working out, but when you keep making these predictions, at some point, it just feels good to be safe and say, you know what, I'm going to protect this turn. And, like, every turn your opponent is more frustrated that they missed that chance. And I think he had to just go for it one turn and say, if I don't get it this turn, you have to switch out next turn.
Alright, and so we see Conan switch out Salamence for Cresselia.
Ooh!
So Cresselia is brought to this game.
This would have been a great Water Spout. Oh, and Taunt even.
Alright, so
Thunder Wave.
maybe expecting Amoonguss switching from Xerneas?
I really don't like that though. I'd rather Thunder Wave it when you know what's coming.
Absolutely. Yeah, I liked the Ice Beam Thunder Wave play. Conan would have taken that relatively well by switching in Cresselia. Like Conan's switching there.
Although now, if Groudon comes in, you can Ice Beam and Fire Punch that Xerneas. And you'll take some damage from a Moonblast, but I think Xerneas just goes down to that.
Yeah. I like to keep Kyogre
I
healthy.
think you have to do that. Like, I'm not saying I think this is the best play. I think this is the play that keeps you alive.
So
like,
Conan's got presumably a Groudon in back.
No, we've seen it.
Oh yeah,
We've seen it and Salamence.
So he's got a Paralyzed Salamence and a Groudon.
Oh no, wait, we're talking about Conan. I was talking about Rapha.
Yeah, so I'm saying he's presumably got a Groudon in back. Xerneas is taunted, but I don't think, no matter what Rapha brings in here, I feel like Xerneas is alright to try and stay and do some damage. And
Yeah.
Rapha brings in Salamence, which validates that even further. So,
Yeah, like, if Conan just Moonblast the Salamence, it's not a great spot for him. He can double edge it, but that shouldn't knock it out.
So the ways that Rapha tries to deal with the opposing Salamence, he's gotten it paralyzed, so that's good. He's gotten a good leg up there, but he's fallen behind in Pokemon in order to do that. He hasn't done that much damage. Groudon, Conan's got a Groudon too, don't forget.
We don't know how fast it is.
Yeah.
I assume that Rapha's Kyogre is going to be faster, but I have nothing. I'm just basing that off of the team archetypes rather than actual knowledge of how they've been playing.
And I just see Salamence on Rapha's side being having a lot of jobs to do, and I don't know if it's going to be able to do them all. So we're going to see what Rapha opts to go for here.
And Cresselia switches out, so maybe a Groudon coming in to stop water moves. That's exactly what we see. So hopefully that Kyogre went for an Ice Beam.
Now this is, so I was saying that I really think that Salamence has a lot of jobs to do this game, and I don't know that it's going to get to do them all, because I mean Xerneas didn't switch out and it's taunted.
Yeah, well,
So it's attacking right now. It's probably, I mean, a Dazzling Gleam will KO as Mega Salamence if it's naive. If it's not naive, if it hasn't reduced its special attack stat, but he goes for the guarantee. Yeah. So I was about to say if it's not naive, it's not a guarantee or even close.
if this is a Water Spout, it's just game.
But it's an Ice Beam onto Xerneas.
No, it's probably gonna survive. Yeah. I think. Well, I mean, it's not guaranteed loss yet. We still don't even know how fast the Groudon is on Conan's side.
No, but we do know it's a special Groudon.
Yeah, I think either of Rapha's Pokemon can take a Moonblast at this point. So
I like Conan. I want to be in Conan's position. 9 times
I'm
out of
not
10.
actually sure I agree.
You think that that's interesting. So I don't play the Duel of Primals archetype as much.
I mean, I think it comes down to whose Primal is faster. Because
yeah, and I guess I'm kind of.
I think let's just I'm pretty sure both of Rapha's Pokemon can take a Moon Blast. So Xerneas attacks. Both of Rapha's Pokemon survive. A Precipice Blades and an Ice Beam go off. If they outspeed the Groudon and both of the Precipice Blades connect, he knocks them both out. Paralyzed Salamence back into Cresselia. That's like an Ice Beam, and Cresselia gets hit by something. And
I mean, we're gonna see something here, but I guess Conan used Tailwind in Game 2 to try and hide Groudon's speed. That's how we interpreted it. Maybe he knows. Maybe he knows that Groudon is likely going to be slower because he knows that his Groudon is very slow.
I feel, based off the way his team constructed, he is going to be going for a slower Groudon because he wants it to beat other Trick Roomers.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he wants to be able to go,
Oh!
"Ooh, if this was a Precipice Blades and then an Ice Beam, that's interesting. Oh, Moonblast. So, if both of these survive, going for Kyogre, maybe getting a special attack drop.
Oh, and it does!
Gets it, but can it still kill?
Groudon Rock Slide.
More accurate than Precipice Blades, does it knock out Xerneas?
Good turn for Rapha.
Yeah.
But that special attack drop, I think that's...
Salamence should survive this, though. Or, not survive, sorry. Salamence should go down to this.
Yeah, so the exact opposite. Okay.
Yeah, the exact opposite of what you said. But Groudon for Conan comes in.
And Cresselia.
Oh yeah, and Cresselia.
So, if Groudon is slower, can Rapha even take Cresselia out? Or is he just a Protect Trick Room away from having control of the game?
I think he's a Protect Trick Room away.
So...
I think this has to be like a critical hit Fire Punch.
Yeah, I mean, Cresselia can take some abuse, but...
Oh wait, he does have Rock Slide. He could go for a Flinch.
That's
I mean,
true.
We're
And
somewhat...
he goes for it.
we are somewhat far from 2015, but Rock Slide Flinches do just exist.
And so we see a Rock Slide and Ice Beam.
No chance to freeze in the sun.
No, just getting a little extra damage.
Oh!
Getting some
Ouch!
payback.
That hurts so much. I took damage in real life.
So, I mean, we saw a special attack drop on Kyogre. I don't know how significant that was. I don't think it's going to be...
significant.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be the game changer. I think that was a game changer.
That was the game changer.
So...
27% chance, but it worked.
Yeah.
But now he'll still have to hit a Precipice Blades through a Double Protect. Because I see no reason not to Trick Room Double Protect.
Yeah, it's...
Do you agree?
Yeah, no, I think Conan, his winning play is to get Trick Room up, get his Groudon in a speed advantage against Rapha's Groudon, and the way to do that is to Trick Room and not let Groudon go down. Mm-hmm. And the way to do that is Double Protect. So
I think he wanted that this turn though, so he could Skill Swap Levitate onto Groudon, and then knock out Kyogre.
that would be fantastic.
That would have been pretty good.
Oh, he goes for the Double Protect, he gets it, but what does Rapha do?
He could Rock Slide again? Is it? Oh, he
Fire punches a Cresselia.
He identifies the win condition.
And Cresselia goes down. A very strong... Okay, so
Rapha playing to his strengths.
I love this set. Conan has been in both his top 4 match and this finals has made very strong predictions, very strong switches. He recognized the win condition there, and he goes for that Double Protect. I love it when players correctly identify a Double Protect as the win condition. Rapha recognizes that and makes the counterplay, and we see Rapha take this Premier Challenge and fill his best finish limit. Can I just add, this is his 3rd Premier Challenge win in a row.
Mm-hmm.
So congratulations, we see Rapha take that set 2-1. Fantastic 3rd game.
Mm-hmm.
That was a nail biter.
And just think, 5 turns ago, you liked Conan's position.
Yeah, up until the Cresselia got flinched.
Yeah.
That was big.
That was not what you wanted to see.
No.
If you're Conan.
And I mean, that's crazy.
And I just love, we saw a fist bump from Conan when he gets the Double Protect. But I think if anyone was fist bumping, it was Rapha.
After selecting Fire Punch, it's hard not to feel good.
He was fist bumping in his soul.
So we see Rafael Bagheera
Bagel.
take home his 6th Premier Challenge win of the season after making top 8 at yesterday's midseason showdown. He has got how many CP?
I think he was his next finish was top 16 elevated, so he gets like another 12 points. So he's at 296.
296. That's pretty good.
Yeah, I think that's like top 32 at regionals for Worlds.
Is that exactly top 32 in regionals?
It's either exact or 2 over. Yes. And now I will be going on stream to face Hayden in our NPA match, and this will be a 2015 match, so stick around for a format where we replace Precipice Blades with Rockslide.
We just decided we'd do it here. You're just
Alright.
how'd you feel? I could, like, hear you. We figured since I was here.
Well, if you talk to the Zergians, you should have thunderwaved it.
Yeah, there's a lot of mistakes. Like, I thought when I HP wanted the Zergians, I thought I was going to switch to Groudon, and I was going to switch to KO. And it would have been good, but...
I love that Conan just doesn't care about
Hey guys, we'll be back in just 1 second for an interview with Rapha. All right, and we are back with Rapha, coming off his 3rd Premier Challenge win in a row. Congratulations, sir.
Thank you.
So, I gotta say, top 8 mid-season showdown yesterday in a very packed field. 3 Premier Challenge wins in a row. How are you feeling about your team, the place you are in the metagame? This is, congratulations, just once again. This is a good run.
The team's pretty good, but I have a feeling that a lot of people here know it now, especially with what happened with Alex ripping my spreads from the VS recorder, but I think it's still really good, and I'm probably going to keep using it. Who knows?
So, I mean, we saw Kelvin Kuhn, Lying
Yes.
Leopard, and Max Douglas, Star Metroid, make the finals yesterday, both using this Trick Room Dual Primals team with Bronzong, Salaman's Thunderous. And today you win the Premier Challenge. I have to say, you were facing Conan just now.
Yes.
He has a Big Six-like team, but he does not have Big Six. He has Amoonguss and Cresselia instead of Talonflame Smeargle. How does that affect you going into the matchup?
I knew his Amoonguss had Mental Herb just from talking to people who watched him on stream, and that made it really difficult to deal with it, because the only, real way I could knock it out was just with Salamence, which he had plenty of options with. Same with Groudon as well.
We were interested in that. We weren't sure if you were finding that out for the first time in Game 1, or whether you...
No, I couldn't taunt it in Game 1, and I was in a bad spot when I brought Mawile instead of Salamence, and I thought I couldn't bring Bronzong just because it wasn't really doing anything against his Trick Room option as well as Amoonguss. So
Yeah, well, I gotta say, after Game 1, I thought you adapted really well by bringing that Salamence instead of Mawile, recognizing that position, and then you also brought Bronzong in Game 2. You still had that option for Xerneas.
Yeah.
You didn't really end up needing it because you got that big Tailwind play.
yeah,
That was great.
I led Groudon and Salamence, and my thought process behind that was just to knock out Amoonguss as fast as possible, and then if I get Trick Room up, I think I'm okay against his last 3.
Yeah, that's very fair. So, I guess, what are you looking forward to in the future? You are heading to Washington Regional Championships on
Yes.
May 14th?
I don't really know. I guess go to the next species, but stress is off now that I'm at 6 wins, but we'll see. I guess
So
build new gyms.
You might go to another Premier Challenge? What are you going to play?
I have no idea.
Mega Beedrill.
something
Mega
different.
Beedrill?
Something different.
Manectric.
Maybe. We'll see.
Mega
I
Manectric?
might test some stuff.
Manectric's
in
like
case
a
I ch-
halfway point between Beedrill and Salamence.
in case I change my mind for
You
Snap,
heard
I
it here
guess
first,
I could
folks.
try different-
Or
That's actually,
second.
I feel like that's a pretty
That's
fair
Manectric.
assessment.
Yeah. Not really, but
So,
Well,
I-
like, you get
I just realized, So yesterday, finals, Kelvin and Max, VGC with hats. Today, winner, Rapha, VGC with hats.
Kelvin and
like,
Max didn't participate, so that's understandable.
Yeah, so I feel like, and Hayden in top 4, Hayden in top 8 yesterday.
Yeah.
There's a theme.
I feel like there's a good website you guys should go to.
I feel
called,
like
www.vgcwithhats.com,
That's
where you can
probably
read all
just
about
because
Rapha's
whenever
team.
someone does well in our area, we invite them to VGC with hats.
I think we've
and
monopolized all the people, so they
To
can't
be
ride on
fair,
Nugget Ridge.
Kelvin was running VGC with Watts yesterday.
Yes.
Yeah.
All his Pokemon were, well, most of his Pokemon were from me and other people that were, like, I was building with, so.
All right,
Do you want
obligatory
to commentate on
plug.
2015?
Obligatory plug done.
Let's see.
Do we have
Also,
do we
I
have
passed
another match to
Max
show,
on some-
folks?
Yeah, me and Hayden are
Oh,
playing in the NPA.
fantastic! All
It's
right.
2015 too.
So we have a national Pokemon Association match coming up for you guys between Hayden McTavish and Max Douglas for the 2015 format, VGC 2015. So stay tuned. This is going to be a very interesting break from the 2016 magic going on, and I guess I've got Rapha going to be commentating with me today.
I gotta grab my case.
No, Rapha's got to grab his case. He's going to head out, I
do it,
guess.
but I'll be back.
All right.
That's back.
Well, we'll be back in just 1 second, and I'm going to
get
get the stream set up.